Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. So as promised, ladies and gentlemen, I said I would be doing a free readings for Black Music Month. Many of you know that Biden did sign for this month to be to represent Black Music Month. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few artists that I like to bring through. And in this reading, we're going to bring through the fabulous Phyllis Linda Hyman. And for those of you who may not be familiar with her, she was not only a songwriter and actress, she was an American singer. Okay? She was born here in Philadelphia, where I am. Okay? And her career, ladies and gentlemen, spanned at least 30 years. I mean, at least 20 years I'm getting. 29 years, I would say. No, it's about 20 years. Okay? And she was certainly known for her contralto range, her range in voice. And she died at a very young age, ladies and gentlemen. She was only 45 years old. She died June 30th. And reports have been made that she suffered from bipolar disorder and depression for years prior to her death. And the cause of death was a self-inflicted and alcohol. She inflicted drugs and alcohol. And she constantly spoke about suicide here. And 6 days, ladies and gentlemen, before her 46th birthday, she died because it seemed she mixed tuna and vodka. Okay? So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to try to do is to channel her through, and I'm going to ask her a few questions, okay? But prior to getting into the reading, as usual, I like to say a quick prayer here and to, of course, ask my ancestors to step forward to assist me in being protected during this reading. So let's go on and begin. Dear God, dear Holy Spirit, dear Jesus, dear Archangel Michael, and all of my angels and my relatives who have passed and crossed over, both my parents and my 3 brothers, I ask that you stand with me. I ask that you watch over this experience, making certain only the messages of God will come through. Please protect not only Miss Hyman when she appears, but also protect me from Lord malevolent energies. Please help me release my ego fears so that I can clearly see, clearly hear, clearly feel, and know the messages that Miss Hyman has for us. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to summon Miss Hyman, and I'm going to start off by giving you a reading using my dominoes here about her personality, how she was, particularly what type of person she was. So, Miss Hyman, I ask that you come forward. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop these up, and I'm just going to select 3 towels from here, okay? And these are the towels that will give us information or clues into her personality and how she really conducted her life here. So we have this 3 in 1, and we're going to do these numbers individually, okay? So with having that number 3 there, it certainly shows, ladies and gentlemen, that Miss Hyman, she really, really loved partying. She was very creative, that I'm kind of getting, with this number, okay? And she always wanted to establish a harmony with not only in her life, but with her friends here and relatives. We have the number 1 there. So it also shows that she was a pioneering spirit. She went after whatever it is that she wanted. You know, she was a creator. And she might have been a little bit stubborn here, because wands tend to be a bit stubborn and they want to do whatever it is that they want to do here. But she seems like she was a very self-starter that I'm getting here. Okay? Miss Hyman, please guide me to your next numbers. Okay? We have another one again. So that further emphasizes the fact that she was very, very independent. And it seems that she always wanted to be to herself, that I'm kind of getting. And then with this too, she certainly liked to help people. She was a very emotional type, very emotive, I'm kind of getting. Let's select one more tile here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the number 4 and number 6. This number is really all about structure, and it seems that it was a life effort for her, at least into her death, to establish some balance and some structure into her life. And then we have that number 6 there, ladies and gentlemen. That clearly shows me that with this number, it seems she was kind of materialistic. Her drive was, it seems like she always was concerned about the acquisition of money or lack thereof, you know. And she, even though she was famous in her own right, it seems that she's telling me that she really thought that she could do more, you know, be more of a famous singer. And she's showing me tears, and I'm kind of seeing like a record studio. It might be the Arista, because she was let go, you know. So that's what I'm feeling when it comes to that. So now, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to do is just to go on and just dive right on deeply into her, into receiving messages from her. And in doing so, I'm going to select one card out of the tarot deck in order to represent her. And I'm going to go on and select the Empress here. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this reading, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? Now, her birthday is coming up soon too, ladies and gentlemen. This is in July. So we're going to go on and select that Empress here, because the Empress, ladies and gentlemen, tend to be very nurturing, you know, very motherly. And I feel that she was that way, you know, towards people, okay? So let me go on and just see, can I get some impressions from this card. The initial impression that I'm getting here is that it seems that even though she's dead, she still feels very trapped, ladies and gentlemen, restricted. And she's indecisive here, okay? While she knows she's dead, ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling that she does not want to acknowledge it. And she's fearful of crossing over, it seems. And it seems that she's more fearful because she knew she took her own life. And guys, that is the greatest sin that you can do in the eyes of God, to commit suicide. And usually God just sends you right back to earth to restart your life all over again. How dare you take your life away, something that God created. Now these are just what I'm saying here. So what I'm feeling too here is that she's showing me that she really had a tough life, and it looks like she really wants to make amends. I'm getting, she says she was very, very unhappy and confused while living, you know, so much so that she lost faith, and then that contributed to the alcohol and drug usage, and she always felt lonely, that I'm getting here. She says she felt she was constantly going around in circles, okay? She also says she refused to really see the bigger picture while she was living, or the truth in matters. It's like she's showing me forests and trees, so that's telling me that she couldn't see the forest from the trees, and rightfully so if you're, you know, constantly drugged up or something like that. But of course her problems exacerbated her health issues with the drugs. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of getting in terms of overarching things. So let's just go on and just get into the questions that I have for her. Miss Hyman, could you please tell me a little bit more about yourself? Wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, she's certainly showing me an image of her constantly being unhappy and missing out on opportunities, if you will. She says she withdrew from the world and often, ladies and gentlemen, declined any social invitations that were extended to her. And of course, I can't validate this, but of course, if her family sees this, ladies and gentlemen, they can certainly do this. She says she felt a lot of resentment and felt no matter how hard she tried, no one understood her. It was like the saying that we tend to say, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. That's that type of feeling that I'm getting. She also felt a sense of emptiness and felt something was really, really lacking in her life, as I explained from the onset here. Romance, money, it could be a variety of things here. She's showing me though, she says that it looks like she had some type of childhood trauma. And she also said that contributed to her alcohol and drug use. Okay? Next question. Since, reports have been made how, the cause of your actual death, can you give us some information that you'd like to share with how you felt maybe when your death occurred or before your death occurred, or anything else that you would like to share? She's telling me that she really, really wanted to go and she really wasn't thinking of anything else at that time other than her pain. She says she just expended so much energy, not only her career, but in relationships, and everything just kept coming to naught. She says killing herself allowed her, she felt, to break emotional attachments for good, I'm kind of getting. I think this was the main reason why she decided to, ladies and gentlemen, kind of end her life here. Let's move right along to the next question, Miss Hyman. Spirits, when they usually come to visit us, they usually make their presence in many ways. Can you tell us how you make yours? She says that she still hasn't crossed over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to get her to cross over before this reading is over. And of course, when I pull out my other oracle deck, we'll see those messages and see whether she actually did it, okay? So, she, right now, look like she's showing me a picture of people being battered and abused. So when I'm seeing that, it's more like she's showing me that perhaps she went through that while she was living, and now, she likes to help people, or at least try to be around conflict, that type of conflict when it's happening, so that she could try to help the people resolve it. And it looks like that she tries to surround herself with people who are about to commit suicide, and explaining to them that that's not the way to go here, that I'm kind of getting. Okay? So, Miss Hyman, can you give us some more information? It looks like she's saying, ladies and gentlemen, that amid the confusion, she does know that something is different about her. The fact that she's dead, ladies and gentlemen. And knows she must accept she's dead. So it seems like she's having some willingness here, and that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, if this reading is resonating with things or you just simply like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit.